The SV-98, officially the Sniperskaya Vintovka Obratsa 1998, or Sniper Rifle Model of 1998, is a 3-star RF that's available from normal and heavy production, drops from Chapter 2-4E onward, and as a career quest reward for clearing 3-2, gaining a level 35 3-dummy linked SV-98. The SV-98 was designed in 1998 by Vladimir Stronsky and manufactured by Ishmash Kalashnikov to be a precision weapon for Russian military and law enforcement to engage enemy personnel at ranges up to 1,000 meters, using the 7N1 and 7N14 Special Sniper high-penetration rounds. It is used by Russian law enforcement and counter-terrorist forces such as the FSB, Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the SFO. It also sees service in multiple sniper units of the Russian army, as well as being the primary rifle of the Russian airborne troops. It first saw action in the Second Chechen War and was officially adopted in 2003. There was an updated version, the SV-98M, made in 2013. The SV-98 is a bolt-action sniper rifle, firing the 7.62x54mm R, yes, an over 100-year-old cartridge, 7.62x51mm NATO, or 338 Lupua Magnum cartridge from a 10-round detachable box magazine, out to a range of 600 meters with iron sights, or 1,000 meters with a scope. In our character art drawn by Coney, SV-98 wears a gray overcoat with red and white gold button cuffs, a Russian Federation flag patch on her upper left arm, an aiguillette, a white scarf, ribbons on the left side of her chest, a turquoise hair ribbon, a red and white belt that seems to also be in metal, buttons on the lower right flap of her jacket, turquoise shorts, brown gloves, a pouch on her upper left thigh, a thigh-high sock on her right leg with a strap wrapped around the top, a normal sock on her left leg, and lace-up brown turquoise-heeled boots. She holds her SV-98 with both hands, having her right hand's index finger on the trigger, a bipod that's deployed, a suppressor, and a scope. The turquoise lacquer of the rifle is a bit damaged. In her voice lines, voiced by Hanada Mamiko, SV-98 expectedly talks about sniping.
編成拡大完了。みんな、照準器の準備をしてくださいね。指揮官、自分のイメージと計算方式を更新しました。必ずより多くの勝利をもたらしてみせます。ほらほら、じーっと見てないで。早くお仕事しましょう。射程距離と命中の精度を生かしたおかげです。次のターゲットは何でしょう。接近戦は苦手ですが、長距離戦ならお任せください。君のハートを撃ち抜くぞ。パン！指揮官、聞いてましたの？これぐらいの距離なら大丈夫ですよ。
Like some RFs, SV-98's main role is dealing a large amount of damage to the nearest enemy. Her tile only affects 1 HG, reducing their skill cooldown by 12%, and is best positioned on tiles 1, 2, or 4, preferably 1. At level 10, her first skill, Interdiction Shot, has SV-98 begin charging after skill cooldown ends, gaining 1 charge per second up to a max of 5. When procced, she aims for 1 second, then deals 2.6 to 5.5 times damage to the closest enemy, based on the number of charges, consuming all charges on use. This has a 5-second ICD and 11-second NCD. Without crits or equipment, this skill does 317 to 671 damage. Without equipment, but with crits, she does 476 to 1007 damage. When fully linked at level 100 and maxed out, SV-98 has 84 HP per link for a total of 420, consumes 55 ammo and 90 rations, deals 122 damage, has 28 evasion, 74 accuracy, 37 rate of fire, 7 move speed, a 40% crit rate, and deals 150% damage on a crit. SV-98 is able to equip telescopic sights, hollow sights, red dot sights, suppressors, APMO, microchips, rangefinders, and capes. The recommended equipment for base SV-98 is a 5-star scope, 5-star special APMO, and 5-star cape, alternatively a 5-star rangefinder if you want her initial cooldown to be much lower. This gives her plus 10 damage, plus 48% crit rate, plus 25% crit damage, and plus 120 armor pen. This brings her to 132 damage, 88% crit rate, 175% crit damage, and 135 armor pen. Her skill now does 347 to 726 damage without crits, and 601 to 1271 damage with. To fully mod SV-98, she will need 2,600 memfrags and 90 dummy cores total, requiring about 14.5 days to get the memfrags required. Her rarity goes to 4 stars when modded. In her mod art, drawn by the same artist, SV-98 wears a longer, white scarf than before, which has West written on the end, and a Russian Federation flag near her neck. A white and black side zipper jacket that also has a Russian Federation flag on the front, SV-98 with a barcode, an aiguillette, shoulder ranks, cuffs, straps, and a transparent part near the bottom, a turquoise hair bow, thigh-high black socks, black and blue gloves, and black lace-up military boots. She holds the barrel of the SV-98 with her right hand this time. When fully modded, SV-98's tile now gives NHG a 15% skill cooldown buff. SV-98's stats increase to 86 HP per link for a total of 430, deals 128 damage, has 29 evasion, 81 accuracy, and 37 rate of fire. Her first skill now does 2.8 to 6 times damage, or 358 to 768 damage without crits or equipment, and 538 to 1152 damage with crits and without equips. At level 10, SV-98's second skill, Shadowy Savior, passively has SV-98 enter camouflage mode after staying still for 3 seconds, increasing her own accuracy and rate of fire by 8% from 81 to 88 accuracy and 37 to 40 rate of fire. Actively, when using Interdiction Shot and in camo mode, it increases her skill's damage by 18% and removes camo. This brings it to 423 to 906 without crits and equips, and 634 to 1359 with crits and without equips. The special equipment SV-98 gains from Mod 3 is the Digital Camouflage Cape, which gives her plus 25% crit damage, plus 6 damage, and minus 3 move speed when maxed out. The recommended equipment for modded SV-98 is a 5-star scope, 5-star special sniper ammo, and the Digital Camo Cape. This gives her plus 16 damage, minus 3 move speed, plus 48% crit rate, plus 25% crit damage, and plus 120 armor pen. This brings her stats to 144 damage, 4 move speed, 88% crit rate, 175% crit damage, and 135 armor pen. Her first skill now does 403 to 864 damage without crits or the second skill, 706 to 1512 with crits and without the second skill, 476 to 1020 without crits and with the second skill, and 833 to 1784 with crits and the second skill. Base SV-98 is alright for a 3-star if you only consider her stats. Her stats are above average, but like most RFs, she has a bad charge shot skill that will have her being left behind like most others. Not to mention, it's the charge shot skill that hits the closest, not the furthest away enemy, so she isn't even usable for something like a boss killer or an anti-Gundam echelon. The skill also has a 5-second ICD. PTRD has this skill, but she kinda does it better than SV-98, as she's a 4-star, beating her in damage, but losing in ICD. She does come as a career reward at level 35 and with 3 dummy links, which is always helpful. Until you realize that you get Springfield, a 4-star RF with a charge shot skill that hits the furthest enemy at level 70 and 4 dummy links about 14 stages later. So surely her mod must be good, right? M14's mod made her go from good to amazing, so let's hope this mod does the same, right? Nope, it doesn't. It just doubles down on her already bad base. She does have a further stat boost, as most mods do, and her spec does give her added benefits. But that's paltry compared to how bad she is. Her second skill gives a minuscule 8% buff to accuracy and rate of fire, and activates whatever the hell camo mode is. Actively, it gives 18%, ooh, so much, more damage to her first skill. Her spec is just a normal cape, but it gives a bit of damage and almost cuts her movement speed in half. So, don't use her, even if you get the freebie from clearing that stage. She isn't worth raising, and she's definitely not worth modding. The rifle she was supposed to replace, SVD, is much better than her in-game, ironically, and Springfield and PTRD are much better than her overall, even with the charged skill. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates. I also stream and are currently streaming the Resident Evil 2 remake, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.